we have longer listing periods, it provides a huge opportunity to refocus away from worrying about whether our listings are selling, which we can't control. All we can do is bait the hook and make it look great, and it's price or patience. We can mess with the price, or we can be patient because it's a unique property. However, it presents a much better opportunity because buyers markets are rare. Long listing periods are rare. You don't see them as much. And when they come, the rich get richer. The big teams get more listings. Why? Because they have the listings to market around. So especially in the spring and summer, but really year round, in my opinion, this is the season where we want to get active, because it is very easy for teams to get away from their dashboards where they're holding everyone accountable to their lead generation. Why? Because they're so busy every spring and summer in the harvest season trying to close business, convert business. We're not doing anything to generate it. So one of the best things we can do is start trying to have minimum standards around open houses for each listing. The rule that I love is 2 open houses per listing, non-negotiable. Every listing has 2 open houses. Hopefully the first 2 weeks it goes live, which means now all the agents in the brokerage or the team are having to sit them. If you have agents unwilling to do that, number one, they can't be that motivated, right? So we need more agents. We need more agents so that we have coverage for that. And if they're griping about how much money they're making and we're providing that type of opportunity, that is huge. Because one thing that is neat is inventory is still relatively low. Open houses are getting tons of traffic, especially in spring and summer. So how we run open houses is the difference, okay? With a team or brokerage, you can run them at a much higher level than a solo agent. Number one, there needs to be metrics on a dashboard always. So if I'm ever coaching anybody, I'm looking at their dashboard, that team or that brokerage dashboard, left and right. I want to make sure that all my agents are holding a certain amount of open houses. When we meet in the team meeting each week, we're talking about coverage as a standing agenda item for all the open houses that week. And admin is going to report on what are our new listings coming and making sure that each one of them has had 2 open houses in the first 2 weeks before anything can go pending. Low producers get excited when they put something under contract. High producers don't get excited because they know the time is dwindled to have open houses. So we're going to set the expectation up front is we're going to try to hit a couple open houses in the middle of the miracle month when properties get the most exposure in the first 4 weeks. It's very crucial because that's the only chance we get in the first month to get multiple offers on a property and actually drive offers and price terms up, oftentimes above market. So everything has to happen right away, which takes strong admin to support. And we need a lot of agents ready to cover weekends. Very crucial. We have an open houses course on this. So they're going to sit 2 for each one. And we're going to say in that listing appointment up front, guys, we have, as you're seeing, we have longer listing periods right now. Prices aren't selling as fast or as at a higher rate. So our best chance to get them sold is in that first month. If we can do that, we can get multiple offers on a property and then drive those prices and asking periods up. So it's absolutely crucial that we have an open house the first 2 weeks. And what that enables us to do, even if the property goes under contract, which we often find happens, we're still going to have the second open house, right? Because we're not done negotiating because a property goes under contract. They still have their inspections and they're going to ask for repairs and concessions and things like that. I want to prevent all that for you. So our listing negotiations don't stop on your behalf like other agents do. Even when there's multiple offers happening, I'm going to have an open house, especially during that, right? Because then the other people come in and they see all these buyers in their house that they want and they get their offers up. Or if it goes under contract, the buyers come by and they see the property. Of course, we're going to let the other agent know we're still going to hold it open for backups because we don't want to miss this wonderful period to get it sold. And now they're going to come to the agents and they're going to come by with their friends and their family. And the buyer's going to see 20 people going through their home. They're going to be a lot less inclined to be sending you a big repair request for all the things they need fixed and how much money they're going to spend when they know they've got all those offers. This is what I'm saying in the listing appointment. This is what separates me from other agents. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm using to get the listing, and then I'm going to back it up. Why am I going to back it up? Because there's a lot of opportunity to generate business off these listings as well, right? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm not just going to say sit the open house and track it for my agents on my dashboard. Oh no, there's a conversion piece here. What am I going to convert them to? I'm going to convert both buyers and sellers to listing eAlerts. It's real simple. Buyer walks through house. Oh, you do your normal spiel, ask them where they're from, all that type of stuff. And then you're basically going to say, hey, you know that only about 10% of homes are actually held open for the public to view. Would it help if I gave you full realtor access so that the first time any house that fits your criteria hits the market, you'll get an email and you'll see it before any other agents do? Because most agents don't look at every single listing that hits the market in any given area every single day. So they will see it. You get it directly from my multiple listing service. So we want to see how many agents come through an open house and how many are able to get set up on listing eAlerts. It's even better for sellers. And we have a whole course on this, entire course on this. And it's also covered in the SOI, Sphere of Influence course, listing eAlerts module that we offer to all our clients as well. It's also the open house module. With the sellers, it's even better. Sellers come through the house and it's like, hey, how would you like to see every single one of your neighbor's home that comes up for sale the minute it comes up, so you don't have to always time it and try to hit an open house, and only 10% of them are held open anyway. That way you can look through all the photos of your neighbor's home. You can see the size, the amenities, the price, and then compare it to your home. You can see how your neighborhood's values are going up or down. You can get a rough idea of what your home's worth and how your home's increasing in value over time as well, too. There's no obligation for me. We just set you up on these. Would that be if, we do it for your whole neighborhood? No problem. Something we do for free. There's no obligation whatsoever. Now you're getting sellers set up, because oftentimes sellers are the people that go look at open houses, the person that wants to list next. They're checking out the competition and trying to price their own home beforehand. And that's the best thing you can get off open houses. I hold open houses for listings. I don't hold them for buyers. That's what top producers think. Buyers are like, okay, I'm going to get a buyer lead off this too. That's old traditional thinking. So we're trying to convert to a lead follow-up process. We're holding open houses and we're converting into listing eAlerts. And now we're building our database because we need their phone number and their email address to get them set up. And their name. And we can do it right there in the open house. We can also get their phone number or email to call them back later if we get too many people crowding through your open house. How to get a lot of people to your open house, that's all in our courses. I'm not going to spend time on that. But that's very important. So I want to see dashboards. I want to see a team commitment. Make it a boot camp over the summer, just for 2 or 3 months. We're trying to hold 2 at a time. Most teams do that standard anyway. I always want every listing held at least twice right away. If we don't have enough agents to set it, then get more that do. If agents are constantly saying, no, I'm too busy, it's very hard for them to complain about how much money they're making too, so they won't. So at least you're providing more opportunity. Then we also have a course on door knocking and how to lead generate around listings. For brand new agents, oftentimes they love this too, how we can actually door knock the week leading up to the open house to invite everyone to the open house. We can hit all the expireds and FSBOs in that neighborhood too and try to invite them, because boy, does that lead to more listings. All the scripts and details you need are in all of our courses too. Now we're doing a lot of activity all under the alignment of customer service with lead generation, because they're thinking the whole time, man, look at how hard these guys are working just to drive traffic to this open house. Are you sure you want to list with your cousin? We could list with this guy. This guy's got hustle, man. We've already gotten an email about it. We've seen flyers about it. This guy's door knocking, trying to personally invite us over there. Why? Because we ultimately find the purchaser of property is a friend, family member, or acquaintance of somebody that already lives in the neighborhood. So we're trying to invite all of them over. So to drive as much traffic to this as possible. Now imagine the listing presentation, you're saying that you're going to do that too. We're going to knock your whole neighborhood because we ultimately find the purchaser of a property is a friend, family member, acquaintance, somebody who lives in the neighborhood. That's how many times I've said that. And all of a sudden, no one works harder than you. They stop listing with their casual agent friends that don't have structured team or hustle. So we're always trying to make our listings get us more listings. And those are lead generation opportunities. And it just so happens we get the most of them in the spring and summer when it's better to be outside and people are putting on their tennis shoes and they're out there creating activity. It gets people out of the chairs. It gets people off the phones. It gets people to mix it up. Gets people skill development. So put your teams through a boot camp and teach people to have these conversations. Pair up, walk neighborhoods, walk both sides of the street, hold the open houses, let younger agents shadow older agents, track listing eAlerts on your dashboard so we don't just attend and count how many came, we also track how many that we got, and I always go for 50%. A 50% measure is what I want converted, at least, into listing eAlerts from open house traffic. Hope this helps.